Predictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their fifth straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Hero 15. I'm coming after you. Pilot 64, weak. Fight on these two.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Let's go.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now, let's go.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 5.
Here we go.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, you got D? Leave it. Ringo, 48. Smooth. Go ahead.
On third down, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Cousins, looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Let's get this.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads. And win. He's got to understand. Put it behind you. Keep pressing forward.
Scene 6.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check Mike 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Get that ball, Dion.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yellow.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of hit.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing, the ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one, the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about it being Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There was a lot of that in that offense. And who could ever forget then head coach Hank Stram on the sidelines. 65, toss, power, trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's the touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called Wasp. And that was the big throw on 3rd and 15 from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. And that helped break things open for Kansas City.
Good stuff. And for Andy Reid, he had the most wins for a coach prior to getting his first Super Bowl. That victory was his 221st, no doubt his sweetest. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exact. Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check 26, check 21st, first.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Lucky 48. Switch.
They run. Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Hey, high 7.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Danny. 50. Hey, exit. Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Steamer. Buzz.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And I guess right now... Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Cousins from the gun on third. It's caught by Treadwell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cook. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 38, Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, He might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Williams, and he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gapable.
Yellow, yellow. 180. You.
Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman of the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes firing complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Now here's Mahomes.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Attack. Man. Check your hot read. Hey, 43.
Delay of game, offense.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Yellow.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check Mike 40. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off. Bravo. Let's get off the field. Hey, 40. Yellow. Mike right there. 40's Mike. No game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hero 15. Hey, Smoke. We got 4 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Come off the ball hard.
Mahomes now to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
My bad, guys. My bad.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, Not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Yellow. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Sponge. 57. No.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He wasn't ready. Yellow.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
On Sunday. Mike 40. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Pass interference. Offense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Mike, 43. Hey, Mike 40.
On first down, Mahomes forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. On first down, Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
You think you gonna get this? Charlie? Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40. Mike 40, you're Mike 40. Rip right. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Yellow. Mike. High 7, let's go. Let's get some penetration.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Mike. Yellow. Arcelani. Check. 15. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Alpha. 54. Watch the pass.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here we go with Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hey, Riblet. I'm coming after you. I'm coming orbit. Mike 40.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Yeah, way to go.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors. Yet still...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Attack, attack. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill. Attack.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes buying time to his left. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
They run. It's Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hey, that QB's track.
Two.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Watch safety creeping.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, turn it out.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a run with Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
He's Tringo. Hey, flipper. Rhino.
Check three.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Switch.
Lid 50.
Hatchet. Check 24. Undercrunch. Shift.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
The hunt. 180.
Mud's 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Wide. Black.
Here I come again.
300.
Check 43. Check.
What is that?
On 2nd down now.
Crashing.
It's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The hunt. 180.
Right there. 56. On the ball.
What is that?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to